Hello there everyone. In this series we'll discuss about Deno Runtime and JavaScript engine. Deno is a JavaScript runtime and a TypeScript runtime. And if you go to the Node website, Node is a JavaScript runtime built on Chrome's V8 JavaScript engine. So they are both built on this engine, V8 engine. Sounds pretty cool, is it? Well, a JavaScript engine does exactly that. So, for instance, for Google Chrome that uses the V8 JavaScript engine, when it receives a JavaScript file, it's going to say, "Oh, I understand JavaScript," and that is what the programmer is trying to tell us. So, it receives the JavaScript file or the JavaScript code, and then it gives instructions to the browser to say, hey, create a drop down menu or do something or submit a form or log in a user. The V8 engine is what understands JavaScript and it turns our JavaScript code into what we call machine code, ones and zeros, to give instructions to the computer. And at the end of the day, that's all programming is, right? We write in different programming languages, but all of them get compiled down to ones and zeros because machines and computers only understand ones and zeros, and people create programming languages as a way for us to easily write code without having to write ones and zeros, and they build these engines that are able to translate from human readable programming language to machine readable code. So why do we need the V8 engine? Well, we need the V8 engine because at the end of the day, Deno is essentially a shell around the Google V8 engine. So what we are able to write JavaScript code, and this V8 engine takes the code and gives instructions to the machine. Now Node is also this shell around the V8 engine. Because the V8 engine is developed by the Google, this V8 engine is really good because of its performance, fast, and for constantly being updated. But on top of that, it's a runtime. So as long as we include Deno or Nodejs anywhere on a computer, we can run JavaScript code. But it can also give us extra tools that may be the V8 engine does not give us. Maybe things outside of JavaScript. For example, we can use TypeScript. Deno compiles our TypeScript, changes it to JavaScript, and then fits it to the JavaScript V8 engine. Now this is a simplified version, but just by looking at this, we should understand that what we need to do next. Well, install this runtime so we can start writing Deno code just like we install Node on a machine that we want to run JavaScript. We have to install Deno to be able to run JavaScript code on our machine. That's why we need a runtime. If I don't have these two things and I write JavaScript code, let's say on a text file on my desktop, who is gonna run it? My computer doesn't know what JavaScript is. They're going to say, well, I have no idea what you're talking about. So we need to install Deno. Yeah? So that's all guys for this series. In the next series, I'll show you how to download and install Deno on your machine. Found this video helpful? Please support my hard working by liking and sharing it with others. Also be sure to like and subscribe my channel. Thank you guys.